Time now for First Alert Weather with meteorologist Rob Nucatola.
Let's start off this morning with more of those comfortable temperatures, the lower humidity working its magic again. A lot of us bottoming out in the upper and even middle 60s. I think this afternoon with that dry air, probably a pretty good chance to see a lot of those temperatures get near 90 again, just like we did yesterday. And then overnight tonight into tomorrow, I hope we can find the 60s again, but we're going to start to slowly change the air a little bit and bring back a little bit of the moisture. The sooner that happens, the less likely we'll be to see those temperatures bottom out the way they have been the past couple of mornings. But there's still some hope, especially for northern sections, to see those temperatures drop one more time. I'm looking at a couple of sprinkles up against the Franklin County coast and the Barrier Islands. It's not much. It's the only area right now seeing a couple of showers, and that's because that's closer to where that boundary is, the dividing line between the drier air that most of us are enjoying and the warmer, more humid stuff that's been pushed a little bit further to the south. Here are the temperatures around the region. A 61 in Mariana, a 62 at Camilla, Blakely only 59. It's 69 in Perry and in Cross City, 65 in Valdosta, 64 in Moultrie, 64 in Thomasville. It's 68 in Tallahassee. And again, we see these dew point temperatures, how we measure how much moisture is in the air, back down in the low 60s or even some upper 50s. And that's why with this drier air in place, we're able to get that more comfortable feel. Now today the breeze is going to turn a little bit more to the northeast and even east. That'll slowly start to help bring back some of that moisture. And I think over the next 48 hours, we will start to return more and more of the humidity. So it's going to feel a little bit more like it normally does in the middle of September. And we'll see where this boundary is able to bounce around a little bit and maybe start to bring a few showers back to some of our southern areas, though I don't see a lot on the future cast for these next couple of days. And even when we do start to bring back some rain chances over the weekend, we're talking like pop-up afternoon scattered or even isolated showers. That's all. So not a return to the weather we had last week or last weekend where it was so soggy and gloomy. Now out across the Atlantic, a couple of 500-600 miles away from the Windward and Leeward Islands, that is Tropical Storm Fiona. Looks pretty robust out there this morning and definitely looking pretty healthy. It's got winds at 50 miles per hour around that core. It's moving to the west at 13. It should interact with a bunch of these islands, or at least be close enough to them to interact. Now, a little change in north or south early could mean a bigger change in where it goes down the road, so we'll keep our eyes on it. Most indications are, though, a turn to the north even before it gets to the Bahamas, which means no impact for the United States. We'll keep our eyes on it and see if there are any changes and see how it evolves. On the Gulf close to home today, going to be a little bit more breezy, so if you own or operate the small craft, use some caution. Winds out of the northeast and east, maybe as high as 20 or 22 knots, seas like 2 to 4 feet. It's 60s and 70s, mostly clear, comfortable to get started. Sunrise time, 7:22, by the way. This afternoon, I think we get close to 90, call it mostly sunny. We'll keep the rain chances 10% or less. Tonight, I hope we can find the upper 60s at least one more time. Here's that forecast for the next 7. Still pretty bright, still pretty dry, but over the weekend, a little bit more humid, and that should mean at least a few pop-up scattered showers.